Hello, hello everyone. I'm a little early today because I pressed the button. Didn't mean to. I was rearranging my camera here and I pressed the start button, so here we are. Welcome to Calm in the Midst of the Storm, the center of the storm, I think that's what I said. Whoops. Excuse me, I just dropped something. You can see I needed that extra minute. I'm Marsha Grace, your Calm Creativity Connector, and today we are have been talking about over the last few weeks about finding joy. So today I want to give you my number one secret for bringing joy into your life. And so that's going to be interesting. But first, I just want to say that I ask you a question. Are you a busy businesswoman and you're hoping for more joy in your life? Well, there is a way to view your feelings and your thoughts differently so that you can discover the solutions to your problems, whether they're business problems or family situations, whatever they may be, in your own self. You know, you have the wisdom within yourself to find the answers to all your questions. And that's what I do. I help birth that process. And it is a process. It's not something you learn overnight, but it is something that once you learn the how, your whole life changes. And it's a remarkable thing. So anyway, yeah, I wish that for you. All right, so today we're talking about the number one secret to finding joy. And I'm just going to start because I'm wearing my snow, I call this my snow day sweater, with little snowflakes. And I have here a leftover from the holidays of a snow globe. And I kind of love it. I've had this for many, many years. And I just love it. So here's some more inside snow. We have plenty of outside snow here on Long Island. But now we're going to have some inside snow with my two little cardinals, Mommy and Daddy cardinals. Kind of love this, right? Isn't that lovely? All right, so I thought I'd share that with you. It's one of the things that comes from my experience of joy, of finding beautiful things to smile at, to have pleasure with. So there's that. All right, let me get to our number one secret. I won't keep you in suspense any longer. Oh, no. I dropped my paper again. Oh, no. Okay. All right, the number one secret. I'm doing this on purpose, right? Because you're dying to know what it is. All right. The answer is to learn how to be selfless. What? You say? What? You want me to be selfless? You want me to care about other people and not myself? No. That's not what I'm saying. But because I'm going to give you my definition of selflessness. You know me, I tend to give new definitions to words that we understand perhaps differently than we might have originally. So, okay, selfless. So I'm going to talk about selflessness today, obviously. And it is the ultimate experience if you understand it correctly. All right, so let me give you the definition. The opposite of selflessness is selfishness, okay? So what's a selfish person? Someone who's totally self-absorbed, right? They don't consider other people. They're so concerned with how they look and what they do and what they're saying that they have no compassion or interest in other people. Whereas a selfless person comes from a totally different place. So that's kind of what basically I wanted to get that difference, understand that difference between the two, that selfishness is self-absorption. It's all about me, as opposed to a selfless person who sees a broader picture, right? A selfless person sees sees the context of everything. All right, it's not just about me and my single visionness, but it's about me in relationship to whatever's going on around me. Okay, that's what a selfless person does. And then with that information, they come up with any solutions or answers or creative things that can be done in the moment. That's my definition of selflessness. Okay, so it has nothing to do with giving yourself up to others and sacrificing. It's not about sacrifice at all. Okay. All right. So, and probably the best example that we have of selflessness is parenthood, right? Because anybody who's had kids knows that, that you just automatically think about your kids and what their needs are, and take care of them instantly, whatever the needs are, rather than, before you're thinking of yourself. So that's an example, but of course you don't have to be a parent to be selfless. Not at all. There are so many ways to be selfless. Really what selflessness is it boils down to motivation. That's really what it is. Because a truly selfless act stems from a deep conviction, an inner conviction within yourself of your goodness and the goodness of other people. Right? It's because, again, as I said, it's an all-encompassing thing. Selflessness is not, you don't do that in a vacuum. You do it amongst other people. So it's an understanding that we're all in this life together. Right? We're all here together. Everybody's doing the best they can. Some of us do better than others. We just have better tools. We've been given more opportunities or what have you, whatever the reason is. And so because of the fact that we're aware that we have the ability to be of service, because that's, again, selflessness is being of service, to be of service to others. We have that. And so we do that. We want to share that. We have an appreciation for that position that we have. And so then we have a strong desire to give from our abundance. It's from abundance, not from lack, or not. I'm not giving away stuff that I can't, that if I lose, I'm going to be deficient. Not at all. It's coming out of our abundance. So, I think that's another way that people tend to misunderstand the word selflessness. Because it coming from abundance is very different than coming out of just a desperate need to help somebody else above yourself, okay? It's not that. All right. And how, so, it could be time, it could be money, it could be advice. There's so many ways to be selfless. And I'm sure, once you get the point of it and feel the joy of it, because selflessness comes from a place of joy. That's what we're talking about, right? How do we experience joy? And selflessness is the way that one of the most beneficial ways for everybody to experience joy. So because again, selflessness is compassion, it's empathy, it's above all else, it's love. Love for yourself, love for your fellow human beings. The love we call agape, and the Greek word for love, which is agape of brotherly or universal love for people, because again, we're all in this life together. And so by sharing that love within us, we then improve the world, right? Improve the world in whatever way is meant for you to do, and each one of us will find our way. So if you're truly seeking that, you will find your answers. And the way I describe finding that way is through meditative contemplation. That's what I teach. It's going within yourself and finding your own inner wisdom. And when you find that inner wisdom, you are able to share that with other people, and you'll be told what to do. It'll come to you in whatever way is appropriate for you. You might get a message here. You're not necessarily, you hear with your inner ear, right? It's not that you're going to hear a booming voice or whatever, but you're going to hear something that's a prompt. I like to call it a prompt that sends you in the direction of where you need to go at the moment. So let me just, so again, let's just look at the benefits of selflessness, and there are indeed benefits, even though you're not being selfless to gain benefits per se. I mean, that's not why you're doing it, but but there are definitely benefits, and of course they keep us connected because it's happening. You're help working with other people. That's where the selflessness comes in, and so it keeps us connected with other people, which is a cure for loneliness. You'll never be lonely if you're selfless. You'll never be lonely, ever. And it improves your health, because out of selflessness comes from joy, that inner joy that we all have. And when you're feeling joyful, are you stressed? No. You cannot be stressed and joyful at the same time. Impossible. Can't do it. So that means then that the body is not releasing cortisol into your system and creating a risk of a stroke and heart attack, right? So that's a good reason to be selfless, right there, is just to improve your health. So how can we be selfless, right? How can we be selfless? There are so many ways. Quite a while back, I spoke about random acts of kindness, and because again, selflessness is something that you do every day. Every day. It's not on Sundays or whatever. It's every single day, because, and this is the most important thing to understand about selflessness, it's not for momentary gratification. Okay, instant gratification, right? That's not what it's about. It's a way of being. It's a lifestyle. Okay, it's something that you take with you wherever you go. So it's, again, that's part of the joy, because joy comes from within. It's always present. It's always available. But if you're not expressing your selflessness, you're not going to be experiencing your joy as much. Okay, so really important to keep that in mind. So what else? You can actively listening to someone. We don't listen to each other, right? It's just we're all so busy and pressured and rushing around and ready to get to the next thing that we don't really stop to listen to people when they're speaking to us. So that's a beautiful way of being selfless, really listening to someone speak when they're speaking, and then responding in a way that shows that you were really paying attention. They're going to appreciate that. And again, that's where our relationships are going to improve vastly, all right, because of our selflessness. Of course, volunteering may be difficult to do that these days because it's hard to go places, but you can make phone calls to shut-ins. You can, there's just, if you're looking, call the town, and the town in our town in Brookhaven. You can call the Office of the Aged and perhaps find things that they can help you do, that you can do. And of course, when things open up a little bit, and weather gets nicer and we can be outside, there are so many different ways to volunteer. You can volunteer in your community. You can volunteer in so many ways. And of course, donating, right? Donating your time, your money, whatever way is comfortable for you. There's many worthy organizations that would love your help. So, okay, I think I've covered everything we need to cover for today in terms of selflessness. Let me just run through it again a little quickly here. Selflessness is a state of being. It's a way of life, okay? It's not a momentary act of gratification, all right? So just that's really important to keep in mind. It's an awareness of the goodness in yourself and others. When you feel the goodness in yourself, you're going to want to share that with other people automatically. I mean, you can't help it. It's going to have to happen. It's compassion, it's empathy, it's agape love, okay, brotherly love. And there are benefits. There are lots of benefits, even though that's not what you're going for specifically, but when you are being selfless. But it definitely has health benefits. It has relationship benefits. It has, just a different way of life. I mean, you go thinking about things as the glass half full rather than glass half empty. And, okay, so again, most importantly of all, it's a way of life. So keep that in mind. And please share this if you feel that you got something out of this. And hi, Michael, I'm glad to see you. If you felt that this was helpful, that it spurred you on to bring out the best in yourself, well, then please share this with other people that you think would benefit. And please give me a like. I love likes. I love comments. Any questions, I am always here to answer your questions. And you have a link to my website where you can get a free guided meditation. And you also can find my, if you go to marshagrace.com/busywoman, you will find information about my upcoming master class on releasing stress. So that's coming up. I will be doing these Facebook Lives hopefully by next week in my group, in my new Facebook group, which is called Calm, Creative, Joyful for busy business women. And so that's where I will be, hopefully starting next week, if all the stars align in the right positions. So that's coming up too. So, all right, if you can hang around for a little while and you want to do a little meditation with me, some breathing, because one of the best ways to relieve stress is just to breathe consciously. Conscious breathing just brings everything to that calm, still place where you just feel your body relax, everything just kind of releases and lets go. So let's do that. I'll get our candle here. So if you like to look at the candle, there we go. And all right. Okay, so let's see, where should I put this? Oh, this is good, right? It's good right there. All right. Okay, so let us begin by doing our 3 slow, deep inhalations. Just 3. 3 slow, deep inhalations in and exhalations out at the same rate. So do this at your own pace, because everybody has a different tolerance or how full they can fill. But the important thing is to imagine, just kind of have a mental picture of the breath as it flowing in through your nose, and it's flowing all the way down to the bottom of your belly. Imagine that. It's going all the way down there and puffing out. So your belly's going to puff out, and your whole torso is going to lift because you're filling up. Your whole front body is opening up. And it's a very gradual, slow process, as much as you can. Now, if you aren't used to breathing consciously this way, you might only be able to go maybe to the count of 4 to fill up, because those muscles are weak, our chest muscles and everything. So over time, you will begin to inhale more fully and deeply and more completely for a longer period. But that's fine. Whatever you can do is great. So again, breathing in you're going to start that breathing in, and again, if you want to close your eyes or look at the candle, and imagine that breath flowing all the way down to the belly, puffing out the belly, lifting the chest, filling the middle chest, and all the way up to the collarbone. So, and then you hold that for a moment, and then you release. Same slow, easy pattern all the way out. All the way out. Puff. Now you do the opposite, and you push the belly in. So again, breathing in, letting that air flow all the way down, puffing out the belly, lifting the chest, filling the mid-chest all the way up to the collarbone, and holding. And then once more, releasing, letting go of any stress. The shoulders relax, the jaw relaxes, everything just goes nice and soft. And again, once more, filling up, 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 and holding. And again, releasing any residual tightness or tension. Just let it go, let it go, let it go. And you should feel so nice and relaxed right now, so peaceful, getting a hint of that experience of joy that we're talking about. Joy, although it is an ever-present opportunity for us, it's moments like this when we really focus in that we can truly experience the benefits and the beauty of feeling that inner joy as it is. That just when you breathe and you expand your chest, you can that's what you feel when you're feeling joy, right? You take deep, beautiful, big breaths in, and so it's a wonderful way to get into the state of joy quickly, immediately. Okay, so now if you want to close your eyes or continue to look at the candle, what does it mean to be joyful for you? Just close your eyes for a moment and imagine what it's like. What was a moment in your life when you felt this incredible joy, when you allowed your heart to open, when you felt so completely loved and loving and lovable that nothing at all could rain on your parade. You were just so content, relaxed, feeling full of fun and total and complete joy. Where were you? What were you doing? Who were you with? So just see that for a moment. Go back there. And now that you've got that picture, I want you to expand your awareness of what that feeling was and let it filter into today, into this day right now. How can you bring that feeling into this day, this moment, and keep that sense of joy wherever you are, with whomever you're with, or even if you're alone? And feel, just continue to let that same feeling, because it's your choice. You choose to keep your sense of joy or to give it up. That's a moment-to-moment decision that we make. So make the decision to keep it right now. Feel it right now in the midst of this moment, this precious moment. It'll never come back again. So why not make it a joyful one? And take it into the next moment, wherever you may be going from here. So stay with this feeling for another moment or two. Feel your heart lift up. Feel your whole being relaxed and yet tingling. Sense of vibrancy, sense of excitement, of energy, of happy expectancy for whatever comes next. So feel that just for another moment. Love that chime. All right, so I hope you enjoyed our moments together. And again, please share with anyone you feel could benefit from this. And many blessings. Have a beautiful day, a wonderful weekend, and a great week until we meet again. Bye-bye for now. And don't forget, everything begins with a thought, so keep those thoughts light. Bye-bye.